remember we haven't had it in about 3 years. So we've been kind of virtual for the past few years due to COVID, you know, but we are excited to get back in person. And hopefully next year and as years to come, we hope more students will be able to come out and join us. Okay, so our annual conference I'm supposed to give you all an overview. I'm going to talk about our youth program, just kind of give you all, you know, a little background about it. We've been here for over 20 years. And so we've been out here in this little country town, Fargo, right outside of Brinkley, and we've been instilling in our children, you know, it's designed to assist our youth in establishing professional careers in ag. You know, we do economics, biosystems, agricultural engineering, communication, just all of these different things. And our program is, we have participant progress through 5 phases. And those 5 phases are 1, character development, the business of farming, professional work experience, career planning, development, leadership training, and also the importance of a healthy lifestyle, leadership, and community service. So we're here every 3rd Saturday of the month. We're here during the summertime. We host about 30 kids, and there's 2 different phases, 2 different groups, 13 to 15-year-olds, 16 to 18-year-olds. Our 13 to 15-year-olds, they participate in a 2-week camp, which we teach them entrepreneurship, the business of farming, you know, and all these things. We have different people to come in and talk to them. We partner with USDA, NRCS, FSA. They come out and they speak to our children. We partner with colleges. They come out and speak to our children about the importance of, you know, higher education. We have farmers to come out and encourage our kids, you know, talk to them about farming. So, you know, it's a really unique program. We encourage you all to apply, those who will and can apply. The 13 to 15-year-olds, they receive a stipend up to $300, depending on their behavior. And we, you know, we monitor that. We want you to be here. We want you to be here, but we want you to be good. We want you to have respect. We want you, you know, follow the rules. So we say up to $300. Okay. So in our 16 to 18-year-olds, they actually do a 6-week working camp, if that makes sense, you know. So we partner with USDA, and some of our students get to go and work at their offices and grab that experience, and it's exciting for them. So, and it pushes a lot of our kids to actually, when they go to college, they actually, you know, go into the ag field. So I have 2 sons that are in the ag field. And so I'm excited about that. They came up through this program. And so this program just makes differences. It shifts minds, shifts your thinking. So, you know, and farming is just not about driving a tractor, just not about getting a hoe and a rake. So I just want you all to know that, because a lot of times when we come in contact with these kids and we talk about farming, that's immediately what I'm not going out there on farm. I don't want to be out there in the dirt. I don't want to do this, and it's not all about that, guys. You'll be amazed of the different fields that you can go into that's related to ag. You see these people here, some of them are in ag. They are in suits. They are in offices. Okay. Yeah. All right, but we're gonna move it right along, and we're gonna get ready. We're gonna bring our panel discussion facilitator up, Mr. Alvin here. He's the state outreach coordinator for NRCS. Mr. Pierre, he's a native of Chicago, Illinois. He earned his bachelor's degree in regulatory science from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff in 1998. So Mr. Pierre began his career with NRCS right after he graduated in 1998 as a soil conservation technician. Since then, he has served the agency in the following positions: soil conservationist and district conservationist, and currently now serving as the state outreach coordinator. As the outreach coordinator, he provides information and education on NRCS's conservation programs to potential customers throughout the state. Let me introduce the song and present the others, Mr. Alvin.
Good morning, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. It is such a pleasure to be here with you all again this year, coming out of hope. So let's give each other a round of applause. As stated, I am the outreach coordinator for the National Resource Conservation Service. One of the things that I have to make sure that I add is that I am one of the recruiters for NRCS as well. My job allows me to meet students, to talk about our scholarship opportunities, and to talk about our programs. Also, I always think about my sister agency, which is FSA, who is here with us as well today. But today, my job is to facilitate this panel discussion for today. So at this time, I would like to ask for UAB, Philander Smith, EACC, and Lamont Orange, that they would make their way to the front, to the table. The representative, Mr. Pearson, Ms. Ronnie Horton from EACC, and Lamont Orange College. And from Philander Smith, we have Angie Baltimore. From EACC, we have Ms. Ronnie Horton and Lamont College. It's a pleasure to be able to host this panel today. But it's a pleasure. So at this time, we're going to begin, open up the discussion for Philander Smith. Ms. Angie, she would come and talk to us about Philander Smith opportunities.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Morning. First, I would like to say thank you guys for having us. We're excited. Of course, I'm not a call person, so if you guys are really looking forward to me, Mr. Person, I'm sorry, he's not going to make it. But I'm here in his absence, and I'm just as excited about what we have to offer at Philander Smith College. I see a number of adults in the room, and I've got a chance to get around and make some contact with them. But if you are a student, a high school student, just wave your hand so I can make sure that I see you guys. I want to recognize you all, and I want you guys to pay attention to this incredible information that I've been ready to share. Like I said, my name is Angie Baltimore, and I represent Philander Smith College. We are located in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're a small And my personal cell phone is 501-499-4401. Because I am serious about educating young people, you can text me or call me up until 9:30 every night. After 9:30, I'm watching the news and I will not return a text. Up until then, I will return a text. You can call me. My email address is abaltimore, that's BALTIMORE @philander.edu. Philander is spelled PHILANDER.edu. Please call me. Please text me. I want to help you get what you need. All right? Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's Philander Smith. I think she said 0 debt. That's something. I think my daughter's last bill for college when she graduated was $134,000. Was the total over the 4 years. So to think about 0 debt is a great opportunity for us, especially students that are looking to go forward. So that's just one opportunity. So next we have EACC, Ms. Ronnie Horton. If you would come forth, thank you.
All right, guys, my name is Ronnie Horton and I'm with East Arkansas Community College. And where are you guys, what schools are you in? Clarendon? Is there another district? Brinkley? So hopefully you guys are a little bit familiar about EACC. So we are a 2-year community college. We're located in Forest City and we also have a center in Lynn. And at EACC, what our goal is now sometimes when we're talking to students, they say, well, college, it isn't for me. You know, I don't want to go to college. And we were just at Wynn High School the other day and I had a student tell me, he said, well, college isn't for me, I'm not going. And I said, well, what do you want to do? He said, well, I don't know, welding or something. And I said, hey, that is college. And we have something for you at EACC. So at EACC, we offer everything from associate's degrees to technical certificates to short-term programs. We actually have a CDL program that runs about 5 weeks long. And all you have to do is be 18 for about 6 months and get your permit. You can come in and be on the road. We can test you with a certified testing center with the commercial driver training program. You can come in and take your CDL and be on the road in just 5 weeks. So the CDL is one of our only short-term programs that we have. We also have the CNA. We also have an LPN program. We also have the RN program, which the RN program is a 2-year program. So we have allied health as well as X-ray, as well as EMT paramedic. So those are just some of our allied health programs. We also have associate's degree. So when I heard Philander talking about debt, I was one of those people. I have gobs and gobs and gobs of debt. I just went to school and I took classes. I didn't graduate on time. I wanted to be involved, and so I did all the college things. And now looking back, you know, now I'm paying on this. I was one of those that was super happy about the loan forgiveness, by the way. But housewife. But I've been paying on this debt, and you know, sometimes when you think about your opportunities, I want to tell you guys at EACC, starting from a community college, just because you want that experience doesn't mean you can't ever get it. So you can start at a community college and still transfer out. So just by starting at a community college, most 4-year universities have transfer scholarships. So just by coming from a 2-year school, you can go on and transfer out and get your 4-year degree. EACC has we're the 3rd cheapest tuition in the state of Arkansas. And also with both of our school districts that are here, you have a 19 on your ACT, you can get half off of your tuition. And a 23 is all of your tuition paid. So take that into consideration when you are talking about college is expensive. You know, you think you're going to get out. You don't really realize, you know, I was one of those students in college and I thought I was going to get out and get 50 grand. Yeah, so when I got out, I didn't really know what I was going to do. And I didn't realize I was going to have to pay on my college as soon as, you know, you get a bill and you're like, well, what's that? So if you take into consideration your expenses of college that you have. So at EACC, we have one of the cheapest tuitions. We are a 2-year community college, so you could come and do your first 2 years at EACC and still go on and get that 4-year experience. Some of our other programs include the Associate of Science in Education. We also have Associate of Science in Business. We also have Associate of Science in Criminal Justice. And those are just our transferable programs. And then we also offer the Associate of Arts degree completely online. So that's fully transferable to any four-year school in the state. You can also transfer out of state with that as well. So take that into consideration when you're looking at college and you're looking at the ACC. Our tuition starts, $88 per credit hour, get half off of your tuition. You have that 23, you get all of your tuition paid. If you get the lottery scholarship, that's stacked on top of that. Any scholarship is stacked and stacked and stacked. If you qualify for the federal Pell Grant, you can get money back to you. So a lot of our students do receive a refund since our tuition is extremely affordable. So that's a little bit about East Arkansas Community College. I have Tracy Holst, she's our recruitment coordinator here with us today. We will be back in the back. We have some information for you guys. We hope that you will fill out our contact card and we would be able to share more information. So thank you.
Thank you, Ronnie, with the ACC. That brings me to a quote. How many of us think about conflict? When you're thinking about life and you're thinking about all the challenges that we deal with, especially you, as you're getting ready to prepare to look at one of the institutions or trade school, it brings me to a quote. Preventing the conflicts of tomorrow means changing the mindset of youth today. So in order to tackle some of these things, these are your resources to help you think through the process of what's next. So with that in mind, we have the opportunity also today with Lemoyne College. Ms. Leach, if you would stand and come to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning, you guys. How you doing? Y'all got low energy. How y'all doing? That's good. Y'all still sleepy? It's okay. I understand. My name is Abrianne Leach, and I'm a college recruiter at Lemoyne College. Lemoyne College is the first and only historically Black college university in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. It was the first HBCU founded in the state of Tennessee, and they were also the 5th oldest historically Black college. All you need to get into Lemoyne College is a 2.0 GPA. If you're looking for scholarship money, just have a 3.0 or above. We are waiving the ACT and SAT scores, so if you took it, you didn't take it, it doesn't matter because we are waiving those score options. We also, our top 3 majors at Lemoyne College are education, business, and criminal justice. We have a newly focused cybersecurity department or division at Lemoyne College, and they're set to build a cybersecurity dome for our students. So if you're information technology, cybersecurity, computer science, you'll be housed in one little part, I won't say little, but one part of our campus with a full new technology center. And I'm kind of a little bit jealous because I just graduated in May, and now that I'm working there, I'm hearing about all of the plans that they're having after I've graduated, but it's okay. Lemoyne College is a small private liberal arts college. We have about 700 kids enrolled, so it's really close, tight-knit family. When you go there, the people that you'll meet on campus, our staff, our faculty, they feel like family already. You come and it feels like you've known them for a long time. Regardless of that, I will be in the back as well. We do have applications on hand and we don't have an application fee. So if you want to apply today, you can. I can get your transcripts, and hopefully by the end of next week, I can send you on an acceptance letter. Now, just because you apply to college doesn't mean, or my college doesn't mean, hey, this is the only college that I want to go to. It's just to keep your options open. When I got to my senior year, I only applied for one college. And when I didn't get into that college, I was scrambling last minute on where I should go, what I needed to do. But this is the time to take for you and actually apply, look at all the opportunities, scholarships, and all that. And then once May comes or April, you'll know where you go, so you won't be in the middle of the summer scrambling saying, hey, where am I going to go? What do I want to do? The other thing is that Lemoyne College, we don't offer out-of-state tuition. So wherever you're coming from, it's all the same price. Whether you're from Tennessee, Arkansas, Illinois, you're going to pay the same price as everybody else. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Leach. One of the things that I did not do for Ms. Ronnie is contact or Ms. Leach, contact. So if before we go to the next area, if you would give the students your contact, I know we're going to the back, but if you would give it just in case someone that online may want to reach out.
I'm actually going to share Ms. Tracy Holst's information since she is our recruiter. And she just started with us a couple weeks ago, so I wasn't going to throw her out and make her do a presentation. But Ms. Holst is our recruiter, and she would be your point of contact for you in the high school. So her email is tholst, HOLST, at EACC.edu. She's also reachable if you go to our website to the contact us. If you ever have a question, that would also come to the recruitment office, and that would come to us as well. So THOLST at EACC.edu. And then again, like I said, on the contact us on the website, that comes to our department as well. Y'all got it? Give me thumbs up if you got it. Okay, cool.
My phone number is 901-435-1502, and that number will connect you directly to my office number. And then my email is DAEBREON_Leach, LEACH at LOC.edu. Y'all need me to read over that? Or y'all got it? Okay, so my first name is Gabrion, that's DAEBREON_Leach, LEACH at LOC.edu.
Thank you so much. Now, I must say, I am just a tad bit biased because I am a graduate of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. But before we bring UAPB up, I just want to give just a brief synopsis of my life coming to UAPB, because I was not a traditional ag major. I grew up in Chicago, Illinois. Never rode on the tractors, always came to the South. Asthma kept me out of the fields from playing on the tractors and doing. However, before I came here, I was an associate. I went to a junior college such as ALCDC, where I received my associates in computer systems. But to show that that experience at a junior college wised me up enough to know when I arrived at UAPB to know about career services. So at whatever university or community college you go to, you need to be a part of career services because it helps you direct that pathway to understand. So by me going to a junior college, I was able to go to UAPB's career services and find out. My first question was, how many students graduated this past year with a degree in computer systems and is working? At that point, the market was flooded with computer systems majors. So there was a 51% rate of students that had graduated working. So there was 49% still looking for jobs. So being a child of parents from Arkansas, our heritage was agriculture. So the next major that I checked was ag. And when I looked at the ag majors and the jobs and the students, the same question, 99% of the people in the ag department were working. So to give just an insight that when you look at these universities, business is tied to both Lamont On and Philander Smith and EACC and UAPB. Agriculture is another part of it that also guides you. And later on, I'm going to talk just a little bit about the 1890 scholarship with you all as well. So I gave a safe way in for Jalen Randolph from UAPB. Good morning.
I'm James Randolph, spring 20 graduate of the University of Arkansas in Palm Beach, and I'm also a student. At UAPB, we have many things. We are one of only 2 HBCUs in this, well, not HBCUs, one of only 2 schools in the state of Arkansas that are 1890 land grant schools, which means USDA, they came down and they gave us this, and they said, we're gonna make some scholars out of y'all through agriculture, through all of our regulatory science programs and everything else. At UAPB, we also have 16 Division I sports programs. We are one of only few schools that you can get your bachelor's, master's, and doctorate in agriculture and fisheries. We're the only school in Arkansas where you can do that. We can also get your bachelor's and master's in agriculture as well from the University of Arkansas at Palm Beach. My information is Randolph J at uapb.edu, you know. And I also be in the back of my cards, and I have more information I want to give y'all back as well. So just a little brief synopsis. Everyone get that? Gotcha.
So, thank you to all of our panelists, but I want to hear from you all now. So tell me one thing that you heard from Lemoyne Owens that resonated in your minds when you think about Lemoyne Owens College. She said some things about their school and the opportunities. Go ahead, young lady, I see it. She talked about a program. Okay. When we talked about Philander Smith, what was the one thing that came out that you picked up on, Ralph? All right, there we go. All right, when we talk about EACC, what was it?
If you get a 23 on your ACC, your tuition will be fully paid.
And when we talked about UAPB, all right. Thank you to all our panelists. At this time, we're going to begin to transition from our panel discussion to our youth oratorial presenters and to the schools. Today we have the following high schools. We have Brinkley High School. Let me hear you. We have Clarendon. And we have Wynn. So at this time, with our presenters, let's transition with our panelists to our presenters for today. Thank you once again to our panelists. As we transition, I have another quote. I like to give quotes because as we go through life, you know, there are certain quotes that kind of resonate in our minds that help us get through the day. And this one from Franklin D. Roosevelt. We cannot always build the future of our youth, but we can build our youth for our future. So what that resonates in my mind is the more that I do to give the knowledge that I've learned to you, you are my future. So the more that programs such as ALCDC put on to talk to students, training them about what is to come and how it is, the better off we know our tomorrows are with our youth. it's always good to ask questions. It's always good to speak out on things that you have concern or thoughts about, because if you don't tell us, how do we know? So at this time, I would like to have Kyle Halliburton from Brinkley come forward. I want to say Kiera Nichols. Kiera. And our win contestant, I'll get it. It's not, okay. Okay. At this time, the focus area today for our presenters will provide students with information on their institution. Let me pause just a moment. Today, we have two different statements that will be discussed by our oral presenters. From Kiera, did I say it? Say it again. Kiera. From Kiera today, she will be speaking on the role today's youth may play in the advancement and explanation of tech in agriculture. And Mr. Halliburton will be talking on what is it, why is it important to engage youth in agriculture? So at this time, we will bring forth our contestant from Clarendon, Kiera Nichols. Before Kiera comes, today we have as our judges Cheryl Massey and Barbara Pettigrew, and myself, Alvin Beard.
The role today's youth may play in the advancement and expansion of technology in agriculture. If you don't live or work on or near a farm, you may not be aware of the expanding role that technology plays in agriculture. Whether it may be a satellite controlled combine, or soil with the perfect pH and just the right amount of micronutrients, our understanding of the natural world and our role as stewards has redefined technology as it applies to agriculture. As students of the agricultural sciences, we are in a unique position to be in the forefront of a changing industry and paradigm shift in the overall attitude toward agriculture. I was recently introduced to the idea of regenerative agriculture and how it can enable stable, equitable, and most importantly, sustainable applications, agricultural applications that will help us secure life on Earth into the future. Sustainable agriculture, according to the Oxford Language Dictionary, sustainable means to maintain at a certain rate or level a product or service. As a student, I don't often think about the food I consume on a daily basis. I go about my day eating foods that I enjoy without any regard to how it was produced. This attitude needs to change if we as a species hope to survive long term. Doing things the way that they have done in the past is no longer an option. Learning about regenerative agriculture in school and collaboratively improving on ideas with fellow agri students will prepare a new generation of people to be forward-thinking farmers. While some kids are posting on social media, others are providing solutions to, say, a grain shortage problem or a grain storage problem. There's no point in growing crops if we have nowhere in storing surplus until we need them, or even transporting it to said storage facilities with the least environmental impact. And who better than the generations of native technology users to innovate and propose solutions to problems that have plagued humanity since the first crop was cultivated. We sometimes find that technology is overly present in the lives of our children, but it is those same tech-savvy kids who will be at home in the new agricultural world. Technology, the technology emerging today, such as robotic soil samplers, will be the foundation for the technology of the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira. I omitted telling you all that they will be graded on the following characteristics: the introduction, the topic, the appearance, voice, presenter, the time, subject matter, as well as the summary. So at this time, we will bring forth Mr. Kyle Halper.
Why is it important to eager in agriculture? The employment rate is 3 times that of the original origins of the world, accurate to the 2021 report from the food and agriculture industry. In Africa, especially, with the global youth population, 2/3 youth of employment rates work in vulnerability. Low-paying positions, IFA said, agriculture is the backbone of economics in many places, totaling 25% or more of the GDP in several developing countries. Eagering on youth agriculture and availability, opportunity, and especially for growth is critically strengthening local food systems, feeding communities, providing grainful employees opportunities in the world's booming population. The agriculture industry, it has ridiculously transformed over the past 50 years, advancing in mechanical, having expanded the scales, speed, and production of farming equipment, leading to more efficient cultivation of more land, seed, fertilization, and also has thus improved, helping farmers exceed yield farming. Now, agriculture is in the early days of yet another revelation. At the heart, which lies data and creativity, agriculture acknowledges analyzation, correct sensors of the equipment of the farming fields today. The the industry could track on 500 billion in additional value to global gross domestic products by 2030, according to my research. This would amount to a 7 to 9% improvement from its expansion total of wood alive, which of that presents pressure on farmers. It is one of 7 sensors that, fueled by correct activities, will combine 2 trillion to 3 trillion in additional value to global GDP over the next decade, according to the FFA research.
Let's give both of our contestants a round of applause. We will take a 15-minute break while we tally the score.
One break time period is, we like to look for the youth, go to the bathroom, have displays, and have discussion with the college and university representatives, and then we'll come back for lunch. So this is gonna be the networking time period. Young people and the college and university representatives, right to the bathroom. Okay? All right. All right, I think everybody's back from the networking session. At this time, I see the food is prepared. So I'm gonna give you the directions first and then we'll pray. All right, it's self-serve, so you'll go by, line up, and go by. Which way do you want to start from this end and work your way around? All right, so at this time, let us pray. Father in heaven, we come, Father, thank you for the opportunity just to go forth with our natural resources. Father, we thank you for the students, Father, keeping them safe and protected through times such as these. Father, as we prepare to break bread, Father, we thank you for the food that's being prepared for the nourishment of our bodies in Christ's sakes. We all say amen. Amen. All right, I'll begin with this table. Move that table. Out. Just a minute. I think Claire. You know, my daddy. But then two, it's. Well, let's give a round of applause for the caterer. At this time, we're gonna bring forth Arkansas Department of Agriculture. One of the things that you'll find as you embark, you can't hear me? Okay. One of the things you'll find as you embark on this life's journey will be partnerships. ALCDC, NRCS, FSA, Arkansas Department of Agriculture, the universities, all partners. So at this time, we're going to take an opportunity to hear from the Arkansas Department of Agriculture, Ms. Amy Hunt.
Really nice to get to meet a lot of you, and I just wanted to share. I know you heard from the universities, and you heard about a lot of diverse opportunities that are out there. And I just want to share that in that field, when you are ready to come out and you're ready to start your career, we have a multitude of opportunities waiting for you. And I know sometimes people think agriculture, what jobs are there? But within our department, we have the Natural Resources Division. So you could have anybody from an engineer to a scientist. And in our Livestock and Poultry Division, there are the state veterinarians, there are inspectors. In our Plant Industries Division, we have inspectors. We touch everything from your gas pump to your pet food. So there is a wide array. We also have the Forestry Division. And so if you want to drive a bulldozer when you grow up and you're out in the world, we need that. We need auto mechanics. So there is a very large array, and that is not even covering our shared services. And in shared services, we have everything from accounting to marketing. I do marketing and communications, and I have been at forest fires this week. I have been on calls for avian influenza, which hit our state. So we are a very diverse opportunity for you, and we would love to visit with you anytime that you are interested in a position, in a job, or just learning where you need to head to get to that position and job. So keep us in mind. We have great benefits. The state is a very good place to work for. So seek us out, come see us, and as you get closer to what you want to do, keep us in mind. Thank you.
Thank you. So at this time, can we have a drum roll, please? As stated earlier, our contestants were graded on several different categories. When we totaled them up, our second place winner is, drum roll, Kyle Halliburton. And our first place winner is, let's see if I'm gonna get this right. Here. Candy? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. One of the things that I will say is that standing before people and talking it takes time. This is one of the first steps in your life's journey that you will begin those opportunities. Take time, relish in those opportunities, because the more you do it, the better you are, the more comfortable you are. Getting outside of the box of your comfort zone is where you're strongest. So each one of you that's at the table with the presenters today, think about that as you travel through your journey through school into your next season with college or associates at one of your community colleges or a technical expertise. It's been a pleasure speaking and being your facilitator for this session. At this time, we will ask Ms. Lashika Miller if she would come forward. Thank you all. Let's give yourselves.
Let's give our facilitator another hand. We really appreciate you all for coming out and being a part of this event. And to our participants, our oratorical speakers, we have some gifts for you all. So our first place, Miss Kira, she won $500. Second place, Mr. Kyle Halliburton. another thing that we like to do. Mr. Cow received $300. Another thing that we like to do is that we like to award the school that brings the most kids. And this year, that school received $250. This year, that school is Clarendon. We want to thank each of you all for your participation. I also want to recognize that we do have representation from Palestine. This Kiyomi is in the house. She's part of our youth program. So we're thankful that Palestine is in the building. I want to recognize our staff who have worked really hard. If you all could just put a stand for a second. And then, so here we are. We just want to appreciate you all. Couldn't have done it without you. You know, it is what it is because of you all. So very appreciative. We also want to thank our panel, our judges for coming out of this with us. Thank you. Ms. Pierre, Ms. Pettigrew, Ms. Massey. Okay. So we want to thank you all for coming out. I'm going to get ready and turn it over. Thankful for our colleges, our recruiters coming out and speaking to our kids. I hope you guys got the information that you needed to take you on to the next step and help you all decide where it is that you would like to go. I myself attended EACC. I got my associate's degree there, and I transferred to the University of Arkansas in Little Rock. So I transferred to Little Rock where I got my bachelor's. So yes, EACC it saved me a lot of money, and so I thank God for it. All right, so we're going to get ready to turn it over to Dr. King.
I want to express my appreciation to the ACC as well. New staff, I don't know if y'all realize it, but Ms. Miller began here with us as an intern. Am I right, Ms. Miller? You were an intern working with the ACC as she was proceeding to get her associate's degree with the college. And then, of course, her pathway process from to get her 4-year degree at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Yeah, and she also, I don't know if they even said, but she also served as the Vice President and Chief Financial and Operation Officer for the organization. So she's had a lot of achievement in this whole process. Matter of fact, she used to totally operate the youth program. I don't know if y'all know that. I know Mr. Pierre knows it, that she was running the youth program at one time. Well, again, we appreciate everybody who's come to participate and be a part of this. This event will continue on tomorrow to be our conference and membership day here at the same site, same location. And those of you who may have associates or friends who can come back and be a part of that particular day's events. Dr. Dwayne Goldman out of Washington, D.C. He will be our opening morning speaker. And Mr. James Tillman, also from Washington, D.C. within RCS, Southeastern Region Conservationist will be our luncheon speaker. And we'll also be honoring and giving recognition, our special recognition luncheon will be with Miss Annie Zachary Pike as the Legacy Award, and Mr. Lavelle Foots will also be recognized for his community service work that he's done over the years and continues to do, both with organizations like ours, the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, working with NRCS and those partnerships that Mr. Pierre talked about. Now, without looking down into the youth, I want you to look straight at me. All the youth, look straight at me. And I want you to tell me, you know, when I ask you this question, just raise your hand, tell me the theme of today's conference. Yes.
Equality and equity for all?
Huh?
Equality and equity for all?
But that's not quite all of it. Now, don't look down, don't look down.
What does the president?
That's right. The legacy of equity and equality for all. What does the present and future hold? I hope y'all really, really think about that. Particularly the equity and the equality aspect of it. And we have hopefully demonstrated to some degree what is important in what we call the equality aspect of it. And said everyone have equal access to the information for the opportunity that exists. And we've tried to present that today with the colleges and universities who have participated, that you have had an opportunity for equal access to the information, and being given the opportunity to know what that pathway requires in order to deal with where you need to be in the future as far as your career occupation is concerned. I'm hopeful also that you got out of this a very good understanding when you start to talk about equity. And, you know, equity and you're dealing with value, dealing with assets, you know, how much equity do you have in the house? And with the comparison base of equity said, okay, well, the house itself, if it's a $500,000 house, I only owe $100,000 on it, then you know you have a $400,000 equity position. So you have equity in the house, the value base. Building equity in yourself, value, the investment both of what you have learned today make you more valuable. And this experience, hopefully, and you're having a better understanding how to travel that pathway on continuing education after high school and going on to college. And in that whole process, definitely one thing that was offered here today is that Banana Smith College, everything paid for. Now, I mean, you go on and get your degree, that investment on the front end, and you're getting that degree, they gave some example, it was $134,000, $100,000. Now, if you're coming out of college with your degree, good GPA average, in a career pathway that you've so chosen, be it in business administration, accounting, whichever, it may be in biology, science area, political science, and temper going on to law school. Well, if you're coming out of college, you know you are worth more in value. Now, if you're worth more in value, because you have a much better position based on your qualification eligibility, and you owe no debt, then you're in a much better equity position when you begin your earnings on how much that paycheck is going to go toward paying a debt versus how much that paycheck may go toward building other equity in the purchase of a home or whichever that you may have a goal to own as a first-time home buyer, whichever. But just, you know, hopefully you will do some thinking about, okay, not just what you did today, but what you will do tomorrow and the next week when these opportunities come up. So here is an opportunity where now I want to participate and make sure that equality, that I receive the benefit of equality and equal access to the information that is there and how I can use it and what the colleges and universities are saying to me and what they have to offer in the way of scholarships and other resources for me as a young person and as a student. and how that is going to build my value and what my equity and worth is going to be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line. And if you do that, the other part of what does the present and the future hold? The present itself holds all of those opportunities. The future itself will hold for you a much greater earning capacity and opportunities as far as occupational careers themselves are concerned. So I hope you think about that and just think about the theme, do an analysis of it over in any way you want it, as long as you know in doing so, you're talking about added value for yourself. Thank the oratorical participants on the agenda. I'm not going to get into that ag technology area and all the things that's going on that. I was impressed with that, but there's so much going in that area. I had talked to some EACC representative, Mr. Pierce, some time ago. I didn't hear any of them mention that in their presentation. You know, we do a drone project out here, but drone technology in agriculture is a growing area. In forestry, we have a state forestry department, you know, in itself with the State Department of Agriculture. And so how they are using drones in agriculture is continuing to grow day by day. They even use it in dealing with in the law enforcement as well. They use it in construction. But I'm hopeful that EACC will possibly be looking at adding to their area. Farmers are using drones a lot more now. They're using drones in the area of research as well. Could possibly look at that drone area and maybe dealing with getting students, next generation, how they can get that certification and license and get licensed. Like, you know, Mr. Tucker here, he's a licensed drone operator. You can't just go out there and do certain jobs and work with drones without being licensed and understand what the requirements of the process is. But getting some of these young people licensed and taking a course in their area, I don't know, it may take a year, 2 years, depending on how you integrate it back in with other studies, but being able to take that test and get that certification as a licensed drone operator. And when they get that, they also have a certain level of security clearance. Once you're able to get that drone license certification, you have a level of security clearance as well at the same time. So I just want to mention that EACC, and y'all think about it, do your assessment of it, and look at that growth area and job opportunities that we've grown. Yeah, thank you very much. We'll be looking forward to you all passing the word on about tomorrow, and we're going to continue here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock with our conference. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you.